Something good evening. How's it going? Welcome to a very romantic stream. It is the Valentine stream. A couple of days late, but this is the closest to Valentine's I could do it, alright? So welcome. Are you ready to get loved up? Of course, a rhetorical question, because of course you are. Yeah, and I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's weekend. Welcome to the week, everybody. It's Monday. It's time for a stream. We're going to do a dating sim tonight. It's I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Now, don't tell the Colonel about my recent... I don't know what's going on with the hair today. There we go. Whatever. Yes, I hope no one tells the Colonel about my dalliances with Wingstop and Popeyes, because that shouldn't affect his affections towards me tonight, because surely he wants to be loved for the Colonel that he is, rather than for his chicken. So we're taking all the chicken off the menu for tonight, and this is just about the personality of me and Colonel Sanders. Ginger, it's great to see you. Did you have a good weekend? What have you been doing? Very much looking forward to giving you that extra hour and a half of Speed Devils again very soon. I hesitate to say the end of this week, because it might have to be next week, but we'll do it really, really soon. I'm excited by it. Thank you again for your support, dude, and for choosing Speed Devils. So what's going on, Kimpler, as well? Kimpler and Ginger and everybody else watching. It's fantastic to have you here today. Is there any way to view like a list of what's on the wheel? Ginger, I've lost track of everything I've requested and everything that's on there. Well, I'll happily give you your choices, Kimpler, in a private message. But we don't want to ruin the surprise of all the other ones that are on there. And speaking of the wheel in question, let's spin it right now! Ooh! Oh no, we haven't seen Skolonsky in a long time! And we don't know where he is. We pray that he's okay, but if he ever makes an appearance on this channel again, we'll certainly be playing Legacy of Kain 2. Kimpler, so close was it to one of your choices with Jade Empire 2. Look at that bit of hair there. Look at that hair. Look at that there. It looks like I haven't made an effort for you guys, but, you know, I do always try to. Anyway, right. We'll honour that for you, Skalansky. As it was always an honour having you in the audience. Let's spin it again! And we are spinning it twice tonight, so that's 2 spins from now on. This one and the next one. Oh my god! By a Brare's heft. It's more Ghost of Tsushima for anime. I'm just going to make a note of these. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Tsushima. Anime. Brilliant. What's going on, CG? How you doing? And of course, it's CG stream. Fever meme tomorrow. Thank you again, dude, for being absolutely amazing last week. As you can see, I'm feeling good! I'm feeling a little bit romantic even, which is good, because this is the Valentine stream. Wouldn't work otherwise. Let the wheels spin once more today, and that's it for this week. I'm doing 2 today because we missed last week. Thank you, CG. Yes, indeed. And it's going to be... Oh, double Cora back to back. Cora who I messaged today about her availability, still non-existent. So that will be written down, put on the list, but we're gonna spin it one more time, everybody. We've got a few backed up, all hinging on people's availability, but none get forgotten about. They're all written down. And let's add one more to that list of subscriber Sunday games that are written down. Let the wheel spin! By the way, this is a romantic shirt. It's my Batman and Joker are almost gonna kiss shirt. Okay. Ah! Hit! It's Bro-tato for Tab! She's gonna be chuffed with that. And who wouldn't be when Bro-tato gets picked for you? Bro-tato. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Or, that doesn't work for me, Bro-tato. It really is the word of many uses. Let's get rid of that. And that, everybody, is the wheel for another time. Another trip round the subscriber Sunday wheel of wonder right there. I know, Kimpler. I know. But don't worry, it will get picked eventually. And like I said, if you want to know what games you've chosen that are on there, I'm happy to... Do you want me to... Should I just read them out now? Right, hold on. Right. Kimp. 50 entries on there. That's wild. I don't believe that. But they are. Are you ready? Bulletstorm, Jade Empire, Starfield, Mortuary Assistant, PSI Ops, or PsyOps. I can do both. I've started now, so I'll finish. Second Sight, Hitman, Alan Wake. Please, don't touch anything. Shadows of the Damned. Okay, yeah, that's it. Right, yeah, so yeah. I thought 50 seemed a little bit high. There you go. Exactly, Silent. How are you doing? You feeling a bit better, dude? How was your journey back? I hope it was bearable at the very worst, sir. It's good to see you. It's good to see you alive and well. I'm back in the chat. It is. Well, like me and you, Kimpler, like me and you. So it truly is a fitting choice by you. An old as fuck game for an old as fuck streamer to stream to an old as fuck audience. That's our niche. That's our sector of the market, and we'd like it here. Now, the game I'm playing today is, of course, I Love You, Colonel Sanders. So let's get into it right now. Oh shit, it's gonna be loud. Why am I always so unprepared for this? There we go. Uh-huh. Yeah. Thank you, Will. So, is this like a free... Oh, bollocks. Yeah, so this was just in my Steam library, so I'm like, do you know what? We're going to go with this one. But, you know, this is an official Kentucky Fried Chicken product, yes? Crazy if so. I think I may have screwed up the ads as well. But let's try and... No, not in there. Why would you do it in there? I just want to check that the ads are working before I throw to nothing. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A teaser. A teaser of the first advert. I bet you're excited. Get ready for that. I'm basically recovered now. Nice. The holiday was mostly ruined. Damn! Now my girlfriend's got what I had. Oh, man. That is the worst luck in the world, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, and although on the karma side of things, surely you've earned yourself another holiday, no? It was during that time when KFC became gamers and did that chicken heater PC. Yes, the chicken heater. I remember that now. Yes. Yes, yes, I agree. Here on what Kimpler said. Was that real or was that vaporware? So anyway, we're trying to get some free chicken tonight, and if we get a little bit of love on the side, well, I'm not going to say no. Settings. That all looks good. So you'll be pleased to see that I Love You, Colonel Sanders has a performance and equality mode. And obviously we're going to be prioritizing that quality there. New game. Let it start now. What name are we going with? I think we should collaborate on this. First of all, I thought my name. Then I thought Chris spelt with a W for, like, you know, romantic soppy talk. What do you think? Anyone got any ideas for hilarious names, maybe even rude ones that will make us laugh every time we see it pop up in the... Okay, I like it. Ooh, biscuits. And chicken, obviously. It's just I was expecting to see the chicken, not so much the biscuits. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. What have I got up here? I've got a present button. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in this moment forever. It does say the, but I changed it. Oh my god. So I caught up with the state of play at the weekend. How about that chicken game? Or Rooster. That game where you play as a chicken. And it's like God of War and Dynasty Warriors. And they're playing it completely straight. Chicken Man! Loving that. That's going on my radar. Or you could wake up now. Now! Now! Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Yes. I chose, by the way, throw the alarm clock out of the window and stay in bed forever. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. Well, I do fail quite quickly on this stream, but this has got to be setting a new record there. Speedrun achieved! Alright. Carl Jobs, are you listening? Anywho. Back to it. This is serious romantic business. Let's hear that alarm clock again. I'm just going to mute myself in case anybody wants to clip it and use it as a ringtone. Okay, I'll stop it. Smack that clock, up and at 'em. But that is what you want for an alarm clock, by the way, because you don't want a song that you love, or even a song that you quite like, because when you hear that song IRL, and it's your alarm clock, you'll get triggered, and it ruins the song, and it ruins alarm clocks, and it ruins waking up. Don't do it. I thought so too. Aren't crows the bird of love? No? I know what you're thinking. Yeah, doves. Yeah, doves. Boring. Maybe for the normies. If you're interesting like me, or very much you, the foxhounds, the bird of love for us will be a crow or a chicken. Because like I said, that rooster game. Anyone see that rooster game? Also, God of War Original Trilogy Remake. There's no footage. They've literally just started developing it. But exciting news. Let's hope they've got two teams working in tandem. Old God of War remade, plus that new chapter in the new God of War. Plus, what about Silent Hill, but Scottish? Huh? Huh? I thought it was a very exciting and entertaining state of play. Way more entertaining than that last Nintendo partner stream we got. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. I'm not blowing my chances with the Colonel again. Ed Bull says, oh, I'd better make sure to... I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through the morning checklist. Teeth brushed. It's like a Gordon Ramsay show. Teeth brushed. Hair combed. Pits fucking deodorized. Now nothing can stop you. Done. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Idiot sandwich. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's this doing in here? So on and so forth. Just what you need, by the way. Well, I thought I was having a romantic time before. No. Farmer Langston's arrived. And now we can get sexy. What's going on, dude? It's fantastic to see you, man. How are you? I hope you're keeping well. I hope your year's going fantastic. Pretendy name. It's great to see you, Sammy. Aww. I was very much looking forward to streaming and seeing all my friends tonight. Well, I'm very happy that you're here. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you've still got some lingering romantic feelings. You know, direct them towards me tonight, and I'll do the same. And we'll continue playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders. I saw the Mutant Mayhem Turtles movie again over the weekend, and I have to say, I was certainly a little too harsh to it the first time. I think it's really, really good. Year is good, and yes, I need a romantic pick-me-up. Well, you're not just going to get that, farmer, but you're going to get some chicken. Maybe a biscuit or two to go with it now. If that isn't a successful Valentine's Day venture, I don't know what is. Shall I pour you a glass of wine too? Or Sammy, right? Those Sanrio / Hello Kitty turtles apparently came to the UK, and I missed them. So thank you again for being an absolute legend and sending those two over. I did, however, get one of the Friends Happy Meals for adults the other day, and the toy that I got was Joey. How you doing? Yeah, exactly, farmer. You can't listen. Valentine's Day or no one here is too good for a biscuit. All right? Let's continue. I'm so happy to see you here, guys. Thank you so much. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing, see? Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Ed Balls! Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? I fucked up that hour, but do remember, American is not my accent. Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. I did that one sort of deliberately. Okay, a lot nervous. I might drop the accents for today. It's not working. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Shouldn't probably lean that. Love hearts in the way. Really racist accents. Absolutely. Classic Miriam. Raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box. What? I've heard of sandboxes, I've heard of quicksand, but quicksand boxes for your children to play in? Don't do it! It's been clear to me that you are the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning's famous 3-day-only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Well, that's quite weird, Miriam. Why are you going at it so hard? Do you know what I mean? Probably thinking of those delicious herbs and spices. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? School gossip! It's hard to see Miriam like this and frankly, quite exhausting. Rather than dwell on her anxiety, you try to change the subject to something more interesting. All summer you've been hearing rumours about a dreamy, enigmatic mystery student who is enrolled at this school. Yeah, a little worrisome, but you'll be fine. Now, what about this mystery student we read about on the school message board? Any new deets? Oh, get this. I heard his name is Harland, and he's no ordinary student. They say he has powers. He's had them ever since he was born. From an egg! Like that excellent Yoshi we all enjoyed. An egg? Like a chicken? Don't be ridiculous. But that thing about having powers, it would line up with some of the other rumours I've heard. Like, I heard he once fought a bear with just his smile. This game's actually loosely based on my life. You both sigh, thinking about a student so handsome that the laws of physics don't dare apply to him. Dreamy. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Akajua, a good evening to you, sir. How are you doing? How was your weekend? We're having a bit of a romantic time on the stream tonight. I hope you're down. So strip off and lube up. That's a joke, because that's not what tonight is about. It's not about filth. It's about love. We're getting back to it now. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. By the way, Silent, thank you again for your vocal training to say the word Akajua. Every time the Colonel appears on screen, you should play the Shoku, Geki, no Soma, Foodgasm music. I can't even say it. How am I going to play it? Is it really love if you don't? Yeah, no, you should be... you've got that so wrong. You've got that so wrong. Of course it's love when there's no lube, because the love becomes the lube. Two of the letters are the same. Come on now. Come on now. Hey! It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there. Chicken shins? Oh, get another voice for her. You leave Ed Ball's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make her feel, better than everyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van? He actually does look a bit like a van. You rang. My throat's a bit hoarse today. It's affecting my performance. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have just been as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would even allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Nor maybe, I've given them Team Rocket's voices. Nor maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's no time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Food Wars, huh? I know not what that is, but I can guess because of the name. All right, CG, now calm down, calm down. Don't get ahead of yourself. But I like that attitude. Let's go, Miriam. Psh, see you later, losers. You approach the door. Is Shiguki... What is... I keep playing a scary noise when I'm trying to... It's that thing, that percussion thing that you hit and it makes that noise. What they call... I think it's got a stupid name because it's a bit of a stupid thing, but I can't remember what it is. Yes, I'm not sure I've ever heard of Shokugeki no Soma. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oopsie! I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you! I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Oh, classic Pop. Hi, Pop. I'm Ed Balls. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? No, Miriam! Focus on the task at hand, which is cooking. It's an anime about kids at a culinary school and they give each other foodgasms. Kids giving each other foodgasms, huh? And they say Japanese. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. Just establishing shot. Yeah, cherry's good. I do enjoy experimenting with the different flavors, but I always have to go back to vanilla Pepsi Max, and by that I mean normal Pepsi Max, not vanilla Pepsi Max. Again, it's a bit so ridiculous though. Well, I can't. Oh, Japan. God. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCS AL. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect, Wolf. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly, someone close the window. And then... he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him! It's... It isn't my favorite student! Harland! Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles, sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Sanders. Colonel Sanders. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Woo! Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you. And you're not entirely wrong. Ashley is about to say the following. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a lot. Maybe we should open the window back up before Faucet Pit melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. You two both know my name. We're in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all the really weird insults? You take a moment to clean yourself up. It's a good thing you didn't forget about the deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot! Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and get some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world! The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. They will be in tears. They will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to the class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in the school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students in tardiness is unacceptable. Just doing a bit of super nanny there. While we were in Germany, we saw a couple bring their new pup Shiba Inu home for the very first time. It was a very cute experience, I bet, man. Woo! I'm not talking on these streams. These novel streams. Anyway. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referring, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. And can we date any of these? Is that or all? Buzz, whir. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal! Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. Beef treat, rubber ball, chicken snack. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? It's got to be chicken, right? It's a KFC game. Is he going to be offended by this? You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favourite! Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Ew. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavours on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seat and prepare to have your minds opened to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favourite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey, Ed Balls! There's still a seat here! Is this going to go exactly like Doki Doki Literature Club? Because it feels exactly like that right now. Who's that? What, that guy? My cursor is there on the picture. I don't know. The actual Colonel? It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me. If you're interested, now guys, I ask you semi-rhetorically, should we or should we not sit next to the Colonel? Will Miriam kill herself? Sorry, this is for YouTube. Will Miriam unalive herself? Will Miriam Kermit sewer slide. CG, what do you mean don't? Are you trying to cock block me? And I do mean cock as in chicken there. No. Guys, what's going on here? You're all trying to get a bit of the kernel to yourself. Let me just take my picture away to remind you what we're looking at here. Yeah. Look at that. KFC. Well, it is a dry rub, CG. It would be hilarious if, against all kind of possibilities present in the universe, we somehow did get the suicide ending. I'm sorry, Miriam. Since I've been given a 100% no suicide guarantee, I'm going to sit by Colonel Sanders. Come on! The only reason they invented the phrase hoes before pros is because you always go after the hoe. And what a hoe! Again, here's what he looks like. And what a hoe! Yes. You moved to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I only have 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you settle into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast! It's time for a pop quiz! Yay! A quiz about me! This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Tell me about. I'm questioning a hell of a lot of things tonight. Number 1 is why would I risk hurting the Colonel by going to Wingstop and Popeyes all those times? Now that I've looked deep into his eyes, it just doesn't make sense. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A travels to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to night vision goggles. Damn it! That's wrong! What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A comically oversized fork, a meat tenderizer, or a spork? He mentioned spork. I'm going with spork. That's right! What food is best for a broken heart? Anything, as long as it is prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat? Or a pancake that looks like a silly face. Guys, I need you to weigh in on this one. Because, I mean, like all of us here, I've had some romantic times with camel meat, but it is pancake day in just a few hours in this country, so I'm going to go with pancake. That's wrong! Akadua, that's wrong! Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. Or yes, I'm going to go with the... That's right! Your total score is 3 out of 5. It's no perfect score, but at least it's not a complete and utter embarrassment. You catch Colonel Sanders... You catch Colonel Sanders eyeballing your answers. His reaction is hard to read. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. This guy's nothing but important announcements. Who is he? Tony Khan? Time for lunch! Hey, he was right about that one. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. So, if you didn't think we were gonna get a little... I mean, come on. It's already started. I am a little concerned that a dog called Sprinkles is allowed near any food. It's okay he wears a hairnet. And because he's a dog, it's a full body... it's a full body hairnet. You guys still there? Don't run away while I've taken my specs off. I like to think we've got a better relationship than, you know, rowdy students and an incapable supply teacher. I like to think. For fuck's sake, now the other one's gone weird. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get that Pachiti laser surgery, man. I really don't want to... No, I'm not going to do it. Anyway. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologise for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, I was... It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But I... Shh! Lunch, lunch, lunch! She said shush. In honour of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled! Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented. But were the rumours true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy, golden finish. The aroma of... The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavours. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. All right, Stone Cold. What? You think we want your stupid recipe, dude? For sure. Nah, my dude. Nah. I'm just drafting a list and drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was like, writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man. If you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face. He tries to... I'm starting to think this is just an advert for KFC. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bouquet and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavour. Savour the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim towards the light, guys. Guide me. Should we go into the light? doggy heaven, etc.? I agree. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with the Colonel. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel. And Poobles, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second? Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Ha ha ha! How bold of you to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants with really disappointing fries. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. Secrets, eh, Ed? What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, "Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use something." I thought if I clicked on it, it would tell me what it was. Something? Wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared, while everyone else is still in the cafeteria. You decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea. To add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest but thoughtful. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Well, I think negging is a bad idea. Because as they say, the more you neg, the less free chicken Colonel Sanders will give you. He's got great forearms, doesn't he? Modest and thoughtful. That sounds like a bit of Ed. Well, I wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. Look at those eyes. The flavors were complex, but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Ed Balls. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all of the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature. Adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. I'm glad the game knew the option I was going to select and didn't even present it to me. Hey, Colonel. Would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Ed Balls. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. She's gonna deep fry herself to death, isn't she? In the signature herbs and spices. 2 different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep bop bubs. That was boop. Oh my, 2 potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? The robot. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bzzzt. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders, and a panel shakes loose. Clank, please put it away. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you 2 will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. All right, you 2, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea? Which dish do you suggest to your partner? Colonel Sanders. Steak tartare. Seems easy enough. It's fancy, and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. We have a wiener. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Oh my. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. And Ed and myself are going to go fetch those potatoes right now. And we'll be back after this break. Don't go anywhere.
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy.
I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need.
I love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong, I will be faithful, cause I'm counting on a new beginning, a reason for living, a deeper meaning, yeah. I wanna stand with you on a mountain, I wanna bathe with you in the sea, I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me. And when the stars are shining brightly in the velvet sky, I'll make a wish, send it to heaven, then make you want to cry. The tears of joy for all the pleasure and the certainty that we're surrounded by the comfort and protection of the highest power. In lonely hours, the tears devour you. I wanna stand with you on a mountain, I wanna bathe with you in the sea, I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me, falls down on me.
I mean, it's no Moon and Back, but still a big tune.
Michael Bublé. Take him home.
Hi, I'm Michael Bublé.
You'll make her Valentine's Day. Coming.
Just haven't met you yet.
The Valentine store has surprising ways to say that you care on Valentine's Day, and they're all right here at Hallmark. We got state cards, silly cards, funny cards, frilly cards, full cards, new cards, whoop-de-doo cards, lots of love at Hallmark, the Valentine store.
Valentine's Day is Thursday the 14th, and Hallmark has over 1,000 surprising new Valentines.
When you care enough to send the very best, come find love at Hallmark, the Valentine store.
I love you, Red.
I love to. Well, I love too. I love too.
Express your feelings with personalized M&M's chocolate candies. Go to mymms.com/Valentine. Choose your favorite colors, then add a special photo and a message to create a one-of-a-kind gift. Visit mymms.com/Valentine and get 15% off the perfect gift.
I love as well also.
Where are we going?
Open.
Oh, you old softy. You remembered.
Of course I did.
It's wonderful.
Well, I mean, shop around. You're not going to beat that price. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Valentine's Day stream. You know, a couple of days late, but there's still some love in the air, isn't there? Come on. Hello. What's up, Pookie? Good to see you. How was your weekend? Romantic? Whether any of us experienced any romance over this weekend or not, you needn't worry, because we're about to have sex with Colonel Sanders, the one that makes the chicken. All right? So, batter up? Does that work? No, it's breaded. Shit. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. I'm sorry, Chris, but you've picked your romantic partner already. You've had offspring that's talking now. So, back off, hands off. I'll send you a twister wrap in the mail. All right. Hello, Chris. I would happily taste this Colonel's 11 herbs and spices. I experienced 14 hours of travel. Is that a romance? Well, what do they call the orgasm? The little death? Traveling while sick, I'm sure you had multiple teeny deaths on that journey. Silent. So yes. Not very well. I'm sorry, Chris. Also, please give me your partner's details so I can DM her immediately and inform her that you, Christopher, are trying to trade in your firstborn for a bucket of chicken. It's because that's essentially what it is, isn't it? Don't tell me you're after the Colonel for his personality. And here he is. Hold on. Yeah, look at him. Look at that. You ain't getting any of that. Okay? All right, fine. I'll make it a tower burger. I'll give you a tower burger. Zinger, if you must. And you can leave this sex and chicken party. Training my firstborn, training my fiance for the Colonel. Do you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Because she hasn't even responded to that DM. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. And then keep the baby, have the chicken. You can have the baby and eat the chicken too. That's the saying, isn't it? Are you having a great 2026 so far, dude? I hope so. It's wonderful to see. Wonderful to see you. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? No. Geez, Van, while I'm over here crushing Ed Balls' dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into the boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Ed Balls was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might be a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel, deep down, we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Was a real person, is a real person, Pookie the Wolf, because doesn't Colonel Sanders live inside all of our hearts? And if not, certainly in most of our veins, you know, the cholesterol and stuff? Have you actually got the little and listening to Sonic soundtracks, Chris? Because Studiopolis Act 2, I mean, it's never too early, right? Right? Also, I keep getting Instagram videos of really small kids playing the drums. Start the Tool drumming lessons immediately as well. Okay, I'm done. You're welcome. That was some free parental advice. Right. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks, in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie, who always has your back. Should we get Miriam to deal with her and we can focus purely on a little bit of... I'm not going to say that acronym. Right. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them. I actually think that Ashley and Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps, but stepping away from this competition? You are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Ed Balls is my partner for today's activities. Yes! The Colonel's getting jealous. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed and boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture. With plenty of butter and cream for flavour. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps.
You just subscribe to the Psycho Box. You could have changed your locks. Drinking whiskey on the rocks. Donating your homeless child some socks. But thanks to you, Chris doesn't have to work at the docks. Congratulations on subscribing to the Psycho Box.
Craig, you'll always be my first love. But have you seen this guy?
Invested in stocks.
Ooh. Oh my god. Cosplay idea for you though, maybe, Craig, and then it would get a little too real for me. Thank you so much, dude, for gifting that tier 1 sub to Farmer Langdon. Farmer Langdon! That means you get to submit a choice for the subscriber Sunday Wheel of Wonder. We spin it every week. We span it twice today. And tomorrow we're playing Fever Meme for CG Gaming. If you wish to make a selection, the form's right there. I mean, you say that, Silent, but it looks to me like we're in ever-present danger of Kimbler having to stream. Because don't forget, guys, we're looking for 33 more subscription points, or Kimbler's going to do a stream. Oh no! Craig, I really appreciate it, dude. Mr. Fox, if this was the last day on Earth, would you have dinner with me? What if the Colonel's there? Craig? Because what if the Colonel's there? Because if the Colonel's there, I'm going to get sex and chicken. Whereas... What are you offering? He asked nervously. It's me, you, and him having a great time. Okay, fine, yeah. Let's do it. We've kind of already eaten together already, Craig. Did we get some snacks on that night? I forget. We made the mash with plenty of cream and butter for flavour. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. There's the money shot right there. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. Oh my God. You reach out. Oh my God. You reach out and grab hold of it. Has everybody got the Kleenex on standby? But he doesn't immediately... To wipe the gravy away, obviously. But he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right at Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van! Do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Red Balls. We will not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd better be prepared to eat it from whatever it lands on. Can I have potatoes, face? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Holy shit, what? Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my speciality. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe. Forged by my supreme chef ancestors. Well, that should probably win. Oh, let me tell you this. He'd be loving this, Craig. He'd be loving this. But of course, R.I.P. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was dust and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! He's a ghost now. Easy come, easy go. Yeah. give me chicken over sea chicken any day of the week. That's what I call octopus. Everyone, stay back! Don't take another bite! When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie! Tastes like poison! The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professor's here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. I was trying to do it too. Hold on. No, do you know what? Forget it. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on! Oh, yeah, I added that. Oh, by the way, assuming it's a 9 p.m. start for Fever Mean tomorrow, you have assumed correctly, CG. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Was the game too quiet, by the way? I appreciate the double-checking, Siege. It's that kind of organisation that I really like in you. That's not the only thing I like about you, but great organisation. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know, that's not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realise I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food. To begin with. Great reading. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Just it being Ed Balls is just the well, it's the gravy on the skin, isn't it? It really is. Colonel Sanders. Yes, Ed Balls. There's something that I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them, like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you, shut up. I'm the only one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that! I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him! We're talking about me! Me! I'm the hero! The Spork Monster is here! Here to fight a hero! What? Okay. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds! How dare you threaten me as I was just letting my guard down and connecting with another chef on an emotional level? Be afraid! Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Attack? No, defend. Defend. Which defense will you choose? Trepidation. You close your eyes tight, but then open for just enough to squint and see the spork monster across the battlefield. For some reason, this makes you feel more prepared for what comes next. Spork monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Fat lot of good that defense did. Let's attack. You decide to go on the attack. Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork monster won't forget this. Spork monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Let's buff up. I suspect there'll be a massive pile of herbs and spices on the boardroom table when they came up with this game. One would hope so, but I'm pretty sure lesson 1 of starting to work at KFC is to never get high on your own supply of chicken. You draw energy into your arms, thinking back on all of the stirring you did in the kitchen as a child. Your muscles go super swole and you're ready to take on anything. Spork monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork monster uses utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Should I have saved at some point? Maybe that thing on the top left is safe. You decide to go on the attack. Chow down. Chow down does 2 damage. A powerful blow. Spork monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Colonel Sanders says, "Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here." Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power pinch. Pot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Spork monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured spork monster spews steam into the night. Spare this wretched beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that it is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Begone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. The spork monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Oh no, are we going to survive this encounter? Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. Ka-ching! The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Oh, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank! Matchmaker. Like him. I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Do you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at the school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself... Whoa. Let's start that one again. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. Do they mean in the convertible, or has he also got the power to change into a car? I wouldn't put it past the Colonel, though. Bloody brilliant bastard. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Okay, fair enough. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you? Hey, Ash. I guess. Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. It will be by the time I'm finished with him, Silent. Oh, God. So, this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in a botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So, I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyway, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Silent, what the hell? Let's have a look at this. Also, just take a little break from talking. I think my voice is going to be completely destroyed by tomorrow. Oh no! Experience life's fantastical journey as one of the millions of sperm. Survive the microcosm dangers, wiggle, dash, and compete through the human reproductive system and create new life. Yeah, when is this out? December? Oh man, keep me updated, son. Excellent work as always. Yeah. The game Molyneux has been dreaming of his whole life. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share the Colonel Sanders secret recipe. And besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt I'd be much use to anyone. Cough, fibber, cough. Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. We're not going to tell you, Miriam. Okay, we're trying to get in the Colonel's pants. And even if we weren't, it's called trust, Miriam. A little thing called trust. I thought that's what our relationship was based on. So this shocks me. This shocks me. We're going to have to lie to our best friend, but on her hands be it. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow! Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Ash, how's the Lapras collection coming along? Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. Got a cough again? A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders arriving at Skew! Oh, Colonel Sanders! Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Run to him. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together? That'll show her for good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel! However, your sudden movement surprised the horse, and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. This game is I Love You, Colonel Sanders, Ash. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ghost of student. Ooh, head balls, I'm here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end. So you know I'm serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. Only you need to do is repeat my name 3 times, and that name is... But before he can continue, you suddenly awake. Ah, gee. I posted the link as well, Farmer. Farmer. You are everything to all men, and here's the link for you right now. I love it. If you had a Subscriber Sunday game in mind, and pop it on that form there. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel, I should say, of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Compliment the craftsmanship of the horse's shoes, or lean in for the kiss. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You've known him for a day. Are you really sure? I guess you must be. You put your arms around Colonel Sanders' neck and pull him in for a kiss. But he turns his face, and you awkwardly kiss his ear. You can feel him shudder. Oh no! Too soon! You clearly mistook his compassion for love. Your soul crawls inside of itself, and you instantly die of embarrassment. No! Where does it go? Where does it... No! What? What? Okay. It's the start of day 2. Thank God for that. Listen, I just thought because he serves the chicken so quickly, he liked his love a little fast as well, no? Well, clearly no. And thanks, you guys, for being like, no, too soon, Chris, don't do it, you'll ruin it with the Colonel forever. Because you just want him all for yourself, don't you? Yep. I know. I can see it plain on your face. It's disgusting. Right, let's get back to where we were. Just talk amongst yourselves. Just getting back to... Let's get back to where we were. So... Tell him. Tell us his secret spice. I can't! I cannot believe the gall of this young lady. Wake up a fake ingredient. Yes. Eye of Newt, exactly. We're still going to run towards him, though. Don't you worry about that. Run to him! Okay. Yep. Yep. Right, brilliant. Yep. Okay. Nice. Nice. Compliment the craftsmanship of the horse's shoes. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who is in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. It's the worst kept secret in the world at this point, even as a Wikipedia page. Time? Is time one of them? I've never looked them up. I like some things to be kept a secret. I'm not a howdy-do-dat when it comes to recipes. Plus, you know, I've always wanted to date the Colonel, so I've never wanted to offend him. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, yes, I knew it. So time, come, lemon. That's not a herb. That's not a herb or a spice. Disregard. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature, act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. Let's do that one. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You can hear Van Van mutter something that sounds like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class. You're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Yeah, not a sentence I said that often at school. Yeah, I love what you've done there, PT Dubs. Love what you've done there. Black pepper and white pepper. A true, beautiful message for humanity there, contained within the herbs and spices. Now you've upset them. Oh, and the Emperor of Cooking, are you? Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules. I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book! Just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad! Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book beneath his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing, hee hee hee! Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep! Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey! Watch it, you bucket of bolts! You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzzzt, womp! Huh, who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Bzzzt. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders! These crazed men are about to come to blows! I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse. Right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a cow around town, and my tiny little legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry little dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's a scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy! Down! Auftoppen! That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of his classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. Listen, guys, what a image to leave it on, as we're going to take another advert break. Don't go anywhere. More of the dreamy Colonel coming up right after this.
There's no hiding your love this Valentine's Day with our large and giant moon pigs. And now £10 off 24 roses.
I'm going to be in Sally's Good Books this Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to cook her a delicious meal. 30-day aged Aberdeen Angus ribeye steak, organic Prosecco, and an indulgent melt-in-the-middle Belgian chocolate pudding. Pricey, but she's worth it.
You know you can get all that in Aldi.
What?
30-day aged ribeye steak, award-winning organic Prosecco, luxury roses for only £5. That is amazing. Aldi, everyday amazing.
Dad really tried for Valentine's Day, but nothing's going his way. Accidents happen, but it's easy to find the perfect gift for his Valentine. When you need something special, then trust Prestige Flowers, delivering peace of mind.
Prestige Flowers. Use TV5 now for £5 off.
Here's our next item. Personalized My M&M's candies with your words and faces.
Red, you better come and see this.
They're a sweet way to show your love or surprise someone for their birthday. Let's take a call.
Hi, could I give them instead of flowers?
Absolutely.
Are you calling that shopping channel again?
Right now, when you go to mymms.com/Cupid, you get a free bonus bag with a minimum purchase.
Okay, I'm gonna go online right now.
What are you doing?
I'll call you back.
Light?
Yes, bro.
Music.
Done.
Guys, hurry up, she's coming.
Shum.
Hello, my darling, forever you come.
It's the season of love. Say it your way.
My darling.
Target may not be the first place you think of when you think of romance. But this Valentine's Day, it's the only place you'll find this incredible collection of romantic themes by Yanni. A gift idea so original, so passionate. It's enough to bring romance into anyone's life. Target. Expect more, pay less.
When you're reading this, 3 years have passed.
Maybe those easy Sunday mornings aren't that easy anymore. Maybe you finally bought that car you've been dreaming about for so long. Maybe I finally managed to tell you how much I hate your bird. If not, surprise! I hope you still kiss me in the same way. You will have saved me more times than I care to admit. And I hope it's still you and me against the world. Not sure if any of this is true, but one thing I do know, whatever happens, you'll be as important to me then as you are now.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the ValenTIME stream. We are dating Colonel Sanders and it's going remarkably well, apart from that one game over that I got, but I'm sure we're going to be getting Kentucky Fried Crazy later on tonight when the lights go out. How are you? I'm so happy that you could be a part of this stream. It's wonderful to see you. You're looking absolutely incredible today. Well done. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Ed Balls? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water, a shimmering pepper, or a dog biscuit? Now, of course, this could be some kind of dog trap. Like, if we don't take the biscuit, is he going to think that we're against dogs and the food that they eat? We know what water tastes like. I've had peppers before, but have any of them truly ever shimmered? I need your help on this one, guys. Please, help me get laid. What should I choose? I'd be your wingman too. Get it? Wingman, Colonel, Chicken. Come on, now if that line doesn't get me laid, I don't know what will. Well, thanks, guys. I mean, it's clear to me that if I did go out on the town with you, you'd be the best darn wingmen ever. I'm going to go with the shimmering pepper. A brightly coloured pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. Oh no, it's a hot pepper. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh, this guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is cough, cough. I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is cough, cough. Sorry, I think I've got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through. Cough. To fulfill, cough. The prophecy, cough, cough. You must, you feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Ah, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand they stop wasting everyone's time, step up and tell them, you're on! A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the table with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I am not the fool, you're the fool. Fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Ed Balls. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer! Then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about! Ow! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a What? The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. It always boils 100 seconds when you turn the heat on. What? That's right. That's right, but how would you have gotten into school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing officer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11! That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most vigilance? That's wrong! I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never to forget where you came from. Every day, you meditate on this advice and draw energy from that place. A small town where your dreams were born. The shoulder of an Orion. That's right! This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Ow! You try and shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling! That's wrong! God damn it! Don't make me get out the spray bottle! Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Ed Balls. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take a traditional Victorian I didn't! What? Grr. You are stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. You and Colonel Sanders running in a gondola! What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof, woof! You are really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colourful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Zzzt. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilised in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. What? You might not have any hands, but Ed Balls does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. That's an easy way. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realise how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue the dough before it's overmixed. Ed Balls! No! But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now! The battle is over! It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two, on account of Ed Balls' injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. Good to have the psychology in a meal as well. I was going to ask Ed Balls to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you would mind leading me with your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Ooh. Inside you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquet atop of a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not as impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. Internalize your rage. Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. Let's internalize that rage. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his moustache. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash. And they fall off of your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Oh no. There's a good lesson there, everybody. Let it out, regardless of the consequences. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy, fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders! He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. Well, Kimpler, try not to make everybody fall for your love spells after this stream, but good luck with the campaign. I'll see you soon. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know.
Kill them.
People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as the moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle-scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster! Borko?
It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back. And after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like, always having to look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right?
Oh, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of the night can really rile up a person. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. Incorrect. We defended first. Tab, it's great to see you. We're trying to romance Colonel Sanders into the sack, but the good news, specifically related to you, is that Bro Tato was chosen by the Subscriber Sunday Wheel of Wonder. So congratulations to you. How are you doing? Hope you had a wonderful weekend.
I know that you're strong and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were a human once?
Well, no. I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook?
Precisely! I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Ed Balls, together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. My God! This is a fully functioning Beyblade. Look at that view, look at that fire! It was. Careless whisper, yes. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him.
It looks like you live an exciting life, Colonel Sanders.
Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef.
Well, there is something, but it's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close.
Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing.
It's meant to be paired with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps?
Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him? Or keep it a secret, just for you? He told us a secret. Let's respond in kind. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day.
I present to you my original coleslaw.
The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire the taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. Yeah. You realize that now would be a perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item and discover more about the Colonel. This seems dangerous, because what if we tap that urn and the Undertaker's ashes come spilling out? Let's look at this chicken. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic. It's real! Taxidermy? Must be important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Amen to that. Coleslaw in the US is not really a romantic food. You've been doing it wrong, Tab. Oh, you've been doing it so wrong. Oh, Tab. Oh, Tabitha. The rest of the world could show you in America exactly how to do it. Open your mind, and your wildest coleslaw dreams, they'll come true. Tap on a item to discover more about the Colonel. Well, how about that view? You gaze out of the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. And then the ghost of Student pops up. Are you thinking about heading into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I've never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? No, Tab. Far too young. Far too young. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost is swept off with the breeze. Okay, let's look at the urn then. Ah, this is bad. You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty. Oh no, but when you wipe it off, you can read its description. Oh, thank God. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Tap an item, didn't you? One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders, standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. The bedroom door opened, everybody. Should I click on it or look at more pictures? Let's not seem too eager. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and moustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a little rattle. Who frames a baby picture of themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right? The photo appears to be of Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Oh, it's a safe, not a picture. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Oh, there's more. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of '69? No. It's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's black pepper, white pepper, salt, cumin, thyme. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Ugh. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. You decide that now is your moment, and you make a big move. No. You tell him you're cold. You fess up and tell the truth. What's the truth? Let's find out. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. Oh, God. This sounds like we're making the move. I might be developing feelings for you, too. But I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Ed Balls. I honestly think this might be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! I do believe we're going to the final day now, everybody. Are you ready for some steamy hot chicken sex? You awake to a beautiful... Not sex with a chicken, but, just chicken style. You guys know how to do it. I don't have to explain one of the most basic positions to you guys. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Staying overnight, huh? Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question.
Shit! Did you see that?
Wow, excellent timing there, Lurkfail. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the Foxhounds. So, would you say... Hold on, it's the Colonel. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Okay, I saw the word peg there, and my mind went somewhere else. Let's flatter him. I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker. And now, I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. Hold on. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too! Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection... Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on Skew. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact, because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. No, it's great. I'll order you one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. Yes, can you get your swirly dipped too? Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There is a horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Ed Balls, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives. Just as it appears, things are close to boiling over. A natural, intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Ed Balls, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back to fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Ed Balls. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell more of your thoughts as we walk into the class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Ed Balls. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa! That's that book! It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? Is that how you pronounce it? I've never said that word out loud before. I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use the spell here. It says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. Don't do it, Ed Balls, no! That is way too drastic. Couldn't you just do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger. Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory-erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it after all. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dark moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Or dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Let's go with that one. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you to never come back here! Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby tricks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terence, but any other squirrel in the hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Red Balls, for reminding me to dole out the indispensable bit of wisdom, you see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room. Oh my God, Miriam and Clank, not here! Not now! Oh God, I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane? Strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Buzzed. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Beep, whir. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Buzzed. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Oh no. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. A pall? What the fuck is that?
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition, showdown, challenge exam! I'm still working on the title, but I think you'll get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena!
But before you can think about the upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. Aren't they all? Ladies and gentlemen, aren't they all? I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it. And a ranch big enough for both of us, and whoever else wants to bring along, whatever. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his evil counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Ed Balls' famous chicken pot pie! After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Ed Balls, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's not too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires. But that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it. Like there was no sound at all. Fess up about your practiced dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh, no? Is it burning? No. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Whoops. What did that say? The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. But there's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules.
There are no rules! That is, except to cook with everything you've got.
You step up for a cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese, plus the pot pie you've been practicing, are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes, per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big by going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. To perfect. What? Anyway, the intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, Buster Blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique! Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct! Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you, that's right, you, frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win over your own terms. Win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. Listen, Colonel Sanders says it's bad. No one that good looking could ever say anything incorrect. I believe in you, Ed Balls. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Ed Balls, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
It is I, Steve, the Spork Monster!
Steve? What happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We Spork Monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty all right. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, have you?
What's up, Obscurity? Ha! Yeah, you guessed it. Sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You can feel the Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on the competition. Well, I don't know who told you that, Obscurity. Fuck. But they're clearly lying! How's it going? Always great to see you, dude. Thanks for stopping on by. Did you have a great weekend? I hope so.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in Monster Stew that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint.
Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Summon extra power from deep down within yourself, or give up and drop out of culinary score.
I'm gonna do the first one.
I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing for this their entire lives. Yes, Edballs, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery! And the Super Saiyan, just imagine that. You begin. I've got an effects team, but they clocked off early tonight. I said it was okay. I didn't think I'd need them, but here we are. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. Shit. But don't worry, dear Edballs. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and the time is almost up, so you're gonna need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy! Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, Sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union?
Time's up, students!
With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete.
It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Plank?
From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee hee, I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind?
Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop, get down from there right now!
Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad!
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing as how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but that's not exactly your book material. Wait a second. Pranks. Prank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to?
You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or another onomatopoeia, but there is none.
Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please, collect your final product. Yes, it has been a long semester.
Wow, 3 whole days long.
But after days of hard work, your time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup.
My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny-weeny narutakamaki? I spy afloat in his itsy-bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself.
And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimbleful worth of soup.
A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Ed Balls, for helping me to believe in myself.
Bran, you're up. Now describe your dish.
I made... Good night, CG. I'll see you tomorrow for your subscriber Sunday stream. It is Fever Meme tomorrow for the one and only CG Gaming. Good night. Thank you for your company this evening. And sweet dreams. Colonel Sanders related dreams. No doubt. I made... uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell, topped with caviar.
Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different coloured type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is my kind of brand. Doesn't it look cool?
Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni. I'm going to go with uni with that, but he can't get his nose close enough. Hold on. But he can't get his nose close enough on account of all the spikes. I've pierced me nose on a spike. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around.
Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine.
Finally, Sprinkles goes in, tongue first, but he can't get past the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
Ouch! My tongue!
The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting.
I can't eat this! It keeps poking my tongue! Disqualified!
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into that good night.
Disqualified? For glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me.
Before forcing us to enjoy his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know. Beth, I'm a dog, and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm down my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a rare rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by a sugar glass.
That naturally doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful, although I'd ask you to please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food at a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something at balls? I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yes, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to College of Eating, School for the Hungry. Now, I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified!
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up.
You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you!
And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, like no one ever was, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone.
This isn't the last you've heard of me, either!
In this class, if this class gets much more, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together.
2 chefs?
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing! And completely blow me away! In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you pass.
And you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. I'm just going to check it's not going to auto go into ads. Looks like we're good. Compared to the massive, high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy.
DJ Dog is in the house! Ow, ow, ow! Everett.
You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they're committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
No ghosts allowed in graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together, it's the pork monster. He is totally mellowed out.
Everyone, this pork monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name,
The Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork's sorry party monster. Dejected, Student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking. And you know, she's gonna do great. Her red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete in the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. He figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh, now I get it, yeah.
And we got a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the Chancellor of such and such.
The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing? I am Clank, and I'm not of this earth. I'm actually from a far away planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I learned the ways of your kind, I must return. I'm fed up with this world. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just become to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal! I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. It better not be. Where's the sex? The end? Question mark? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Just gonna turn it up a little bit. Ed? Ed Balls? What are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes! Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Ed Balls. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. If you know what I'm talking about. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love? The life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Ed Balls. I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end! Bow chicka wow wow. And then they had all kinds of herb and spicy sex. Yeah! They did all the positions. On top, chicken, and normal. Yeah! I love you, Colonel Sanders. And that was the Valentine's stream, everybody. Thank you for joining me on my romantic quest today. As I've said already tonight, I'm having trouble talking tonight, so I'm going to stop now. We will be back tomorrow with Fever Meme, a subscriber Sunday stream for the one and only CG Gaming, and Red Dead's Day Redemption comes after that. That's what the week's looking like. As far as what's confirmed so far, there will be more streams, but I need to sort out those details. Everybody, I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's weekend, whatever it was you were doing, and I hope you had a great time here tonight with me and the Colonel. Whew! My word. It's going to be hard getting to sleep tonight. Right. Who should we raid? Who's it going to be? New Legacy? We've never raided them before. Do they accept raids? Let's find out and try and raid them. All right. Okay, here is some raid text. So, New Legacy knows who sent you. And thank you for the stream, everybody, I should say. Thank you for the stream. Until I see you next time, don't forget the Joker. Remember that the final event is the Eliminator. And, of course, lastly and most importantly, hands off the Colonel. He's mine. I won him. I won his love fair and square. He's my boyfriend now. Back off. I've been the Psycho Fox. And as always, you've been the best. I'll see you on the next one. Good night-o.